Is this our intelligence agencies? Is this foreign intelligence agencies? Who actually was behind that? So let's get into the meat of the story. And the reason I reached out to you, obviously, I think that you're a fantastic political commentator anyway, so I would have loved to talk to you about this. But your call on this was wild. Almost exactly 30 days ago, you post that you knew somebody that knew Charlie that said that Charlie is afraid that Israel will take his life if he turns against them. I know you've already said, and I'm not going to expect you to out your source, but I am curious as to how valid do you think that claim was?
I have total trust in it. The person who told me brought it up apropos of nothing. We were just talking about, I think, like Israel and influencers and Charlie Kirk. And as I remembered, he just said, he's like, well, Charlie Kirk says he's afraid that Israel will kill. And I was like, whoa, because just the day or two before, I was like, I just made a video. Did you see my video? I just made a video saying that he looked scared in this interview with Megyn Kelly. And the guy says, no, I didn't see that. But yeah, that's what he said. Because the whole time I'm thinking Charlie Kirk looked scared talking about Israel, thinking that he's afraid of losing donors, afraid of losing sponsors. It didn't even enter my mind he's afraid they're going to kill him. And so then when this guy said that, I was like, whoa, that's even more intense than I thought. And then we talked about other stuff. Like, it wasn't really that big of a deal, but I tweeted, but then Ian Carroll posted something that reminded me of that. And so I went ahead and tweeted that out. And now I'm like the number one response under all of Benjamin Netanyahu's tweets. So it's very like surreal, very weird that, because you say I didn't predict anything. I feel like, because then yesterday I'm hosting the Alex Jones show, which I never do. I never host Alex Jones show. I've done it like once, for like 2 hours a year. And I happen to be on air for 30 minutes. And it happens to be the 30 minutes where Charlie Kirk gets shot. And I'm live when that happens. And then it happens to be my tweet that goes out that I just randomly put up. And it feels very much like God is moving me like a chess piece on a board. And I'm like, did I just foil a Israeli false flag? Because I didn't mean to. And when Charlie got shot, it didn't even enter into my mind that it might be Israel. Like, I completely forgot about that. We've been talking about the killing on the train, on the light rail, all this leftist violence. That's where my mind goes, transgenderism, pro-Palestinian stuff. And it wasn't until somebody else posted that tweet of mine that it was like, oh shit, right.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it.
Right. That dot suddenly gets reconnected for you. Look, Charlie did make some criticisms of Israel, but they were very mild. I mean, compared to me, compared to Fuentes, and even Dave Smith is much more critical of Israel than Charlie Kirk was. So do you think that he was actually flipping on them? Scare quotes?
I don't know. It did seem like he was moving in that direction. Like, this is the thing. In a way, last night for a minute, I was like kind of feeling guilty. I was like, this is getting spread so much. And now everybody thinks that Israel's behind it. I'm like, if they weren't behind it, I kind of feel bad.
No, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell the truth. And that is the truth. I did hear that. And I had no way of predicting or anything. And, God, I'm glad I did at this point. So I'm kind of feeling like, I don't want to, because I do actually want to find out what happened. I want to find out who killed the guy. And I don't want everybody going down a rabbit trail that I accidentally led him down. So I'm kind of like feeling guilty about it. But then I talked to another friend, and they were just like, because they're convinced that it was Israel, and they laid out, and they're just like, Bibi Netanyahu was the first person to, say that he was dead and, post his condolences like 3 minutes after it happened. Israel Post was the first people to report it. First media anywhere was the Jerusalem Post. And then you've got the two guys distracting the people so the third guy can get away. You got this jet that apparently left, 5 minutes after it happened, and then turned off its transponder. And of course, you have the thing with Tom Alexandrovich not too long ago with the Israeli pedophile fleeing with the cooperation of the authorities. And it just sort
Epstein
of
cover up.
Yeah, well, and the whole Epstein cover up, and Charlie's been talking about Epstein, and then they'd done research, and they were like, last time, I think this is the case. Last time Charlie did a big event, it was like Tucker Carlson and all these people, and they were like, every single person that went on stage talked about Epstein and criticized Israel. And that's never the case with Charlie Kirk. And the recent interviews he's done have been very harsh on Israel. So then I'm thinking about it from Israel's perspective and going, first of all, without my tweet as context, it kind of doesn't make any sense, because Charlie Kirk is the pro-Zionist guy. He is the pro-Israel guy. He holds that banner, and he's known as that. So to say Israel is going to kill him, that genuinely doesn't make any sense. But then when you think of it as, what if he was going in that direction? What if they were listening in to him and he was in communications with people saying, hey, I think I'm going to go this direction, and they knew his intentions or saw this pattern? Then suddenly it's like, okay, here's this pro-Zionist guy with this incredibly powerful platform that they built, by the way, that Charlie has thanks to them. So if he's going to take what they gave him and turn it against them, that could literally destroy Israel, because the youth is people they're most concerned about. They're bringing over all these under 30 people to Israel to train. They're very concerned about the youth perception of Israel. Charlie is the dude when it comes to Israel. He is such a powerful component of their apparatus. And so then you think like, all right, we can't let him turn. That's just like totally unacceptable. And if he starts to turn and we take him out then we'll be blamed. So, you take him out before he ever really genuinely turns. And then he's a Zionist martyr, and maybe you blame it on a Palestinian, and then you get more anti-Semitism stuff, and you unify the right, and they stop criticizing your guy, anymore. Man. I don't know, man. So again, Israel was never my top suspect until, I've spent 24 hours thinking about it, and I'm like, it's not unreasonable. It's not even out of the question in terms of would Israel do this. I mean, it's like, guys, they've done it 14 times since Clint and I started this conversation. So, it's like, it's in their wheelhouse. And if nothing else, it just shows how much they needed Charlie Kirk, because, man, nobody's going to be defending them anymore. And their reputation is in the toilet, honestly. Yeah.